They're already banning people, and I can already see it. There's going to be some kind of blackout. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going to happen because obviously we're going to be streaming, so we'll be talking about something here on this show.
I mean, just imagine from bandwidth perspective of every big user on these platforms is going to be live all at the same time.
Right. That's probably the best safeguard we have for any kind of
It's the only one.
Scams or dirty games.
It's the only one.
But I mean, you look at how they just totally, I don't even want to say erased, but Hunter Biden doesn't exist as far as the media is concerned.
Right.
And most people know about it. I'm not sure everyone cares. I think conservatives and Trump supporters are like, look at this. And the anti-Trump people are like, I literally don't care. And I think that really does explain a lot of both sides. Either you like Trump, thinks he's doing a good job, and the other side really, really hates him, and both sides.
I think the Hunter Biden stuff, and I say this as someone who's been all up in that hard drive,
all up in it.
I know, right? That what it did was it changed the tenor of the race because it almost made Trump not the incumbent. Because prior to that, Trump had been running as the incumbent. I'm the president, Joe Biden's the challenger, right? But it changed the framing of the race. That Trump is now the outsider again, and Biden is the swamp.
Yes,
right.
It aligned Biden with the swamp in a way that his strategy of sort of being quiet, laying low, had really prevented any serious, vigorous examination of his time and his family's time in business. Which, by the way, these were originally examinations and observations and investigations that were done by the Bernie bros, right? This was a thing of the left, and you can go back to all of those different memes and videos that came out during the primaries, and this was not from the right at all. Like, these were lefties talking about Joe Biden and his family.
They were calling Joe Biden demented. It was the progressives saying Joe Biden had dementia, and of course conservatives have long been saying it too. But now all of a sudden the tune is changing. Now Biden's, no, it's not. He's fine. It's like, bro, that was you on camera, like 7 months ago, saying the dude's out of his mind. Now it's like you forgot. Do you have amnesia?
Do you have dementia?
Yeah, maybe maybe they're all amnesiac or whatever the word is.
Oh, I think they're certainly amnesiac about Kamala Harris.
Gosh.
It's like your party rejected her so forcefully.
Hated her.
Remember, she didn't even Tulsi Gabbard won more delegates than Kamala Harris.
She did.
Fact check me on that.
Yeah,
Fact check me on that.
But it was like
because
one delegate, wasn't it?
Right,
Yeah.
but Kamala Harris won 0.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
She dropped out.
Zero.
Right, so, and it was definitely her family, or excuse me, her party that rejected her, and now all of a sudden, but she's also being very quiet as well. She does like that one video every day, walking off of a private jet with like a different pair of shoes on.
Yeah,
She's done dancing
And
videos.
they she does like
true.
boomerang. She's keeping boomerang in
Trying
business.
to make her seem more likable.
And then she just
relatable.
disappears. And that's it. And she's gone.
I think I just need to say it. There is just one thing that Joe Biden is offering us that Trump never could.
Yes.
Actually, there's two things. There's two very important things.
Let's go.
True and Nana Shabbat pressure and
Yes.
Medicare care.
Yeah.
Now listen, True and Nana Shabbat pressure. True and Nana Shabbat pressure. Okay, I have no idea what that gibberish was supposed to be. I have no idea what Badaketh care is supposed to be either. And normally journalists in the media, they do something. They translate for Joe Biden.
I actually tried to do that with the first one.
What'd you come up with?
True and international something pressure.
I think he was true international cooperation under pressure.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Ooh, that's
pretty
not
good.
bad.
But
Yeah, it's pretty good.
listen.
So you speak fluent Biden.
I try.
It's
But
like he
what-
makes speech typos.
Yes, he does. He really does. Literally, yeah.
And we're banned.
Yeah, dude.
So, but what's Badakath care?
I don't know.
I think it's a mix of Biden
Healthcare?
care,
Yes.
Obamacare, and healthcare.
And
Yes.
and Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, just a little bit of everything.
But where does bad come from? There's no
Yeah.
Bath care?
Badakath care.
Like Obama, Biden, health care.
I don't know.
There we go.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Basic body. I don't
Maybe
know.
it's an acronym plus
Anyway.
care.
I bring that up just to say, I can't believe we're actually in a timeline or whatever where you have. Did you see what happened today with Joe Biden at the Michigan rally? Obama had to call him out 3 times, and he just like was
that real or was that edited? Because I saw that one, and now like the one with this Tampa thing that came up. It's like I
don't know about Tampa.
No, it was that one was edited. That was a deep fake.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That actually
Oh,
was
interesting.
an
Cool.
So yeah, this thing where it sounded like, which was it? He's clearly not in Tampa, but he's saying that he's in Tampa, but he's in Minnesota. And somebody deep faked the like logo to say Minnesota or to say Tampa, and then deep fake the one behind him to say Tampa, and it was really good.
Wow.
It was really really good, and it was totally fake. It was absolutely fake.
See, that's disappointing because you don't need to do that with Biden, right?
You really
he makes
don't.
plenty of just
Yeah.
organic
Right, which is
ads.
why a lot of people shared it,
Right.
and it just went off. I didn't share it myself, but now I'm like questioning even a little thing like that. Like I don't know. I want to see like a full clip.
You know
Yeah.
that viral video of the leftists calling for a coup? Have you seen that one?
The one with like they're all like federal workers.
In a Zoom call?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I was
So-
actually on their Zoom call yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
But
was.
are they really calling it a coup? What they're planning?
In that video they were. The one I was in, they
Well-
didn't. They were just talking about direct action.
Did you see the full video, though? Because I don't think they were calling what they were doing a coup. I think what she was saying was Trump is staging a coup. Don't let
makes
anyone
sense.
tell you
Okay.
otherwise. Because it makes no sense for someone to be like, we're going to stage a coup and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Right.
Why would they? You
Yeah.
told them you were doing it.
Yeah, that's actually like when people are saying, well, Jack, just go into the hard drive and find the contract where Joe Biden has his name on it
Yeah.
with Hunter Biden and Jim Biden. We're just find the one where they lay it all out, man. Just find it. I'm like,
Doesn't exist,
why would you-
dude? Why would
Who
that
would do
exist?
that?
Like,
Unless you're like a Jussie Smollett level criminal.
Right.
No, this is not something you want in
yeah,
writing.
it's like
Yeah.
that scene in The Wire, and Stringer Bell is like, are you seriously taking notes on a criminal conspiracy?
Stop it.
And he just takes it from his hand.
It's-
Well,
but
it's-
that's what the New York Times wants.
Yeah.
Unless they get a letter where it's like, "Hi, my name is Joe Biden. My brother Jim is going to be taking money illegally for me, but my name won't be on it. Sign this, Jim." And that, like, you're not going to get
Right.
a
But
letter that spells it all out.
That was actually the Biden administration's official response to when the Hunter Biden
That's
stuff
right.
came out. Is like there is no official meeting on his calendar. Like, well, that makes sense, right? It wouldn't be. I would hope you guys are at least competent enough to try to hide your corruption.
Right. Exactly.
Secret meeting
Yes.
with Ukrainian
Yes.
gas executives.
I don't see it.
Then
5 to
then Girl
5:30.
Scout Awards.
Right. Yeah,
exactly.
At 5:15.
I mean, they still kind of did with like, thanks for
Basically.
introducing me to your father and spending,
Seriously.
letting us spend time together or whatever, or
I
spending
mean-
time together.
Yeah.
Well, the one actually that I try to get back is, so why was it that all of Hunter Biden's biggest deals were in the countries where his father was like the top diplomat for Obama, right?
Why is it that Jim Biden got contracts for Iraq when Joe was the one overseeing American operations in Iraq?
So
Then his
weird.
brother gets a contract to build houses and makes millions of dollars.
So
I wonder what
weird.
that's all about.
Just
Coincidences, yeah. And I
It's
like that.
cartoonishly obvious.
The New York Times had this story once, and I'll never forget the wording. And it was about Harry Reid and about how Harry Reid had made all of this money in the stock market while he was a senator. And they went through this whole investigation, and the phrase they used was, "He just had a knack."
Yeah.
Had a
He
knack,
just had a
huh?
knack.
He had a
Wow.
knack for buying stock in the companies he's about to deregulate.
He
Uh-huh.
just had a knack.
Yeah, he
just
sure
just
did.
had a knack for knowing right when to invest.
So weird.
But I mean, I've read so many like articles and things by leftists who support like Joe Biden, even when they do kind of acknowledge the whole Hunter Biden thing, they try to distance it from Biden himself, right? This is just, yeah, this might be bad, but this is all just Hunter. It doesn't really reflect on Biden himself. I don't think what they're understanding or what they're trying to downplay is the fact that no, it speaks to Biden's corruption, right? He himself. Like, even if you say that, all right, the cash payment, the 10% or whatever, that wasn't actually going to him, the fact that Hunter Biden was able to get all of these jobs, obviously there must
Right.
have been some sort of quid pro quo, right? What use is the Biden name for if not to get something from his father?
At the very least, we know for a fact that Hunter Biden flew on Air Force Two with Joe to China to negotiate private equity deals. Okay, Joe's corrupt. End of story. You can throw everything else out. The laptop can go in the trash. I don't care. How did it happen where it's like the U.S. government, the vice president, is paying to bring his son to China for private equity deals? That is enough for me. Look, I complain when Trump was having the military state as golf courts and everything, golf courses, his resorts, and he says, I'm saving them money. And I'm like, yeah, that may be true, but still a conflict of interest. You shouldn't do it. Trump actually backed away from the Doral thing when he wanted to do the G7. And everyone-
G7, yeah.
even conservatives are complaining. It's like, okay, fine, we won't do it. I think it's dumb, but whatever. Joe Biden just kept doing it over and over again. Even if you say, well, Joe himself wasn't involved officially, I don't care. He was using government resources to send his kid to China for equity deals. His kid was getting jobs. Hunter Biden admitted to, I think it was ABC, when he was asked, would you have gotten that job were it not for your name? And he goes, I don't know, probably not. So
He
even
literally
he's like,
says it.
I know I'm only doing this because
Yeah.
we're peddling influence.
Yeah.
Well, and the one that got them all in trouble, even more so, was this tribal bonds thing that blew up after Joe left office. And so that's why guys like Bevan Cooney are now behind bars. That's why Devin Archer is looking at time. It's because when Joe wasn't in office anymore, they started getting the riskier ventures. And so the tribe even came out and said, look, the only reason that we signed this thing was because there was a Biden name on it, and we thought that was something that we could trust.
Wow.
Which, I mean, if you want to get into the whole history of like Native Americans, tribes, and trusting, like, I mean, there's obviously, you can play that thread out. I mean, it's horrible. Like, people that's been, treated the way they have. And that's why this guy, Bevan Cooney, who's now behind bars, did come forward to Matt Tierman and Seamus Bruner and Peter Schweitzer and said, look, I kind of feel like the fall guy. Here's access to my Gmail account. I'm not using it. Have at it. Go for it.
Wow.
And that's, I've literally sat there just, and Matt, we typed it in. We're in a hotel room in Chicago, and we type it in, and this is not the laptop or the hard drive or any of that stuff. Rudy's not involved. It's just this guy's Gmail account. And they said, why don't you leak it all? I mean, there's like emails with his wife in there and
yeah.
family stuff. Like, you can't just like drop all that. Like, I would be irresponsible to do that, I think.
That's the challenge, because then no matter what you do, people are going to say, what are you leaving out?
Right.
You know? And so, I mean, what do you leave in? It's like if a guy's talking to his wife about some, bed stuff,
Personal
it's not necessarily
stuff.
relevant. But,
Yeah.
So then journalists have to go through it. The only problem, I guess, is how many journalists do we have left in in North America?
I actually can confirm that copies of the hard drive were distributed to some mainstream media journalists last week.
And are they going to do anything with it?
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But they know who they are, and I'm not going to call them out. I know at least one of them hasn't said anything publicly yet, so I'm not going to call people out like that, and I'm not going to spill that tea, but do the right thing, man. Just do the right thing.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., so come back to check us out when we go live. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we are also available on all podcast platforms for free if you want to listen to us there. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all next time.